Hey everybody, and welcome to Flawless Face Tutorials. So today I'm going to show you the products I use in order to get a flawless face. So we're really going to concentrate on the skin, making the skin look luminous, making it look totally evened out and just perfect. So we are going to use a few products to make sure that I can get that done. Starting with what I've already put on my face, which is our Silk. It's a pore and wrinkle minimizer, and its job is just fill in those pores and those fine lines and just hydrate the skin. So I already have that on my face, and we're gonna get started with foundation. So I am in the shade Ivory, Make Sense Foundation. I have what's considered a cool neutral undertone. So I find that this one works best for me. This is Make Sense. So our foundation comes in two versions, Make Sense, which is regular, and Anti-Aging, which is a little bit more moisturizing. I tend to put oil in my T-zone, so I stay away from that one. No big deal. So what I'm gonna do, I'm going to use this Morphe brush. I'm going to use it to pat on my face. Another option is to use this Real Techniques brush. So maybe I'll use this one. It's been a minute. And it's clean, so that's important. So I'm going to use my little palette and just pump a little bit of the foundation on this palette. Okay, what I like to do is I like to really mix it so that I get all of my foundation on this brush instead of like dots of foundation. So I'll show you what that looks like. So see how it's all in there, and then I will take it and apply it. And so right now my goal is to try to get it as evenly dispersed on my face as possible. And then I'll go in and start really blending it. So I prefer to stipple my foundation on. So if you can see, I'm kind of pushing it into my skin instead of doing that motion. For me, I find the coverage to be better. Plus, when I push it into my skin, I'm really working on making that product one with my skin instead of just letting it lay on the top layer. So a really important tip is to make sure you are pushing your product into your skin, whether it's skincare, foundation, sunscreen, whatever you're putting on your face. You really want to push it into the skin. Don't forget your ears, because your ears have a little redness, and I like to bring it down my neck a little bit. Okay, so as you can see, any redness I had is now covered except for here in my nose. My nose does not like to take product, so I'm just gonna go back in with whatever's left on my palette and really concentrate any of that on my nose. And I think that might have taken a full minute for me. So I also, because I tend to crease here, I'm really gonna concentrate on pushing it into the sides of my nose and here on my chin. These are places we normally crease because that's where oil likes to pool, because you have creases there. All right, so done. Make sure it's pushed up into my hairline. Good to go. All right, so next I'm gonna move on to concealer. Now our concealers are also color correcting. So this is white concealer, and don't freak out, it's totally fine. I'm actually gonna take this and mix it with a little bit of my foundation and then apply it to my under eyes and anywhere else I want a little bit of brightness. I don't think that I actually need too much coverage. I'm really blessed with not having really dark circles underneath my eyes, but I do like a little bit there. So what I'm gonna do is actually use this e.l.f. concealer brush. I'm gonna take the back of it and I'm gonna mix my concealer. Now our concealer also does come in light, medium, and deep. Our light concealer is still a tiny bit too dark for me, so this is my preferred way to do it. So I'm just taking what's there and I'm gonna blend it. Don't freak out, I know it looks crazy. I'm gonna apply it with this first, and then I'm gonna use a different brush to blend it. So I'm just stippling this on underneath my eyes and bringing it down into a V. And a lot of people are always like, oh, these Instagram girls, they always wanna do it this way. But let me explain why. If I only did it here, when a picture's taken, it's literally gonna look like I'm a raccoon. We don't want that look, Okay, so I'm gonna go in with this brush right here. This is a SeneGence brush. I love this for blending out my concealer. It's tapered and you see it's like a slanted kabuki, but it really does a phenomenal job of taking that and blending it. So look at the difference. Now, this is blended, this is not blended, okay? I know it looks crazy still, but just wait, I have a trick to tone that down, and I'm just patting it and blending it down. Okay, so once I am satisfied with how that looks, I'm going to take whatever's left on my palette or my hand, and I'm going to put some here on the middle of my forehead. I'm going to take it and put it here on my forehead. I'm bringing brightness back to the center of my face, and then I bring it down my nose slightly. Now, my nose does not like a lot of product. That's just what I've learned. So I'm really treading lightly there so it doesn't break up anything else I have. And then down the center of my face. So this is now bringing some life back to my face. I took all the life out by making it all one color. So now I'm just bringing a little bit back. I'm going to take my foundation brush and go over those areas. And I'm only going to do one side of my face so you can see the difference. I did not put any more product here. It literally just whatever's left. So look at the difference. Really, really bright, and it's toned down. This is just a really great trick to make sure your foundation looks totally flawless. You don't want any obvious seams to anything that you're doing. That's a telltale sign you're wearing makeup. Okay, let's be real. Nobody has flawless porcelain doll-like skin. If you do, you're super, super blessed. That is not me, so I do rely on makeup for that. But I am loving my skin more recently, but I will never be one color. I have all different shades in my face. Okay, so that's done. We're done with our basics. This is our basic face. The only thing I have left to do is to set it. And what I do with that is I use our natural powder. So our powders come in this really cool container. It's travel friendly, and I just bang it with the palm of my hand. Look, there's the product. First, I do underneath my eyes. So I also am a little heavy on my white concealer because this is it's got a slight little tint to it. So I want to make sure that I still keep that brightness underneath my eyes without, dulling it too much. So I took that and you saw me pounce it wherever I put that concealer. And now I'm just going to go in circles lightly everywhere else, including my eyelids. Let me tell you a little bit about this powder. This powder has an anti-wrinkle peptide in it. It also has built-in sun protection. So by layering our products, you're getting really amazing sun protection with a mechanical shield. So when you apply our moisturizer, that's equivalent to 15 SPF. Then you apply our foundation, that's another 15 for 30. When you apply the powder, that's another 15 for 45. So I have 45 SPF equivalent on my face, but here's the kicker. There is no flashback. So super amazing. Everything is skincare disguised as cosmetics. And there's my flawless face. I can't talk. Thanks so much for joining, and stay tuned for my next video where I'm going to show you a basic eye look. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.